Hi, welcome to Jackie Burns Creations. Today is a fun one. It is fruit on my tier tray. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. Now, to tell you about the collaboration, it's 5 Under 5. It's hosted by Missy and Emily. Emily's from Farm Charm Chic and Misty's from CraftyCove.DIY. And every month they have a guest host. And their guest host this month is Charlotte from Crafting Up a Storm. So our challenge was to come up with fruit for our summer tier tray. And I had this little yogurt jar that I had covered with some paint and the salt wash. And I thought, well, I'll make a little jam jar out of it. So I have a napkin that someone gave me, and it's got strawberries on it, and I think it's just adorable. So I'm covering the fruit jar with it. I painted it white first so the gray didn't show through. When you're doing napkins, you should have a lighter background so it will kind of blend in with the napkin color if it's white, but it's brighter and it helps it show a better. So anyway, I'm covering it with the Mod Podge and putting the napkin on. Now I found another fruit jar, and of course the jars were free because they had food in them, and the napkins were given to me, so what better ways to make over the fruit jars into a fruit jar? So I made two, really for pennies, because I already had the jars. Anyway, so this had that kind of, I guess it's kind of a checked on the edge, the border, and so I just put it so it would show up around the bottom. And I'm just patting it to get it smoothed out. And I'm just taking some of the extra paper off and sanding the top, and I cut off a strip to put around the top where the threads are. Now I'm just going to cover the top of the napkin, and I'll be all done. But I think strawberries in summer are so fun. And I had this little jam pot that I bought from somebody. It's a strawberry, and so I thought, oh, these two will look so cute with it. And I put a little bit of red rope around the top of the small one. Okay, project number 2. This one's just a real simple, easy, affordable. This is a wood round that I got from Dollar Tree. And I had this napkin that had 2 scenes on it, one with fruit and one with popsicles from the fruit. So I put the fruit on one side with the Mod Podge, and of course I'm using my little finger sander to get the excess off. And all these things that I did get from the Dollar Tree, I bought them before the price went up, so they were all basically $1. And this is another napkin I had from a friend, so pennies. I repurpose a lot of items, and you'll save a lot of money. Then I just coat it on the top and let it dry. Oh yeah, clean off the edges. And there it is on my tier tray. And there's the popsicle side of it. Project number 3. Okay, here's another napkin. And it is lemons. I always keep the ones I take off and use them for cleanup rags, wipe my hands off on them. So I painted this little rolling pin white. You didn't need to see me paint it because you know how to do that. And I'm just smoothing it out. It was a little rough, and then distressing it a little bit with my finger sander. Love this finger sander. And I'm gonna cut out a piece of the paper and just getting kind of a measurement on here. Seems like a lot of the napkins, like they have little perforations around the edge, I think, to hold it together, but I don't know if they show up on there or not. I'll have to look. But I wanted a area where it didn't have the perforations. And so if you didn't know about the 5 for 5, it's 5 budget items, but creative, on the 5th day of the month for under $5. So it's the 555 challenge, really. And I'm just hooking it down with the Mod Podge, the decoupage medium. Now there it is with my little chef gnome, and he's gonna make lemon pie. Project number 4. So I have one of these little terracotta pots that I bought before the price went up at Dollar Tree, and I'm painting it white because you know it, I'm gonna be putting some paper on here. These terracotta pots dry up so easy when you paint them, and they just take the paint so easy. Most of the time you only need one coat on there. But if you're just doing a Mod Podge over the white, you really don't need to do multiple layers. One layer will usually be good enough. And I have these lemon napkins. I think these are just stunning. I think they're just beautiful. I like that little stamp on the front, so I wanted that to be the front of it. I know I should have my saran wrap out, but I'm just patting it on carefully as I go. Now it's a little harder to put the napkins on a flared surface where it goes from smaller to larger or larger to smaller than it is for the straight napkins, but you can do it at kind of an angle and it works. I was going to bring it up along the edge, and then I decided not to, so you'll see what I do with that in a minute. And I just kind of bring it around the back. Just trying to tear a little of that paper off the top because I decided not to bring it up along the edge. And I'd accidentally got some of the medium up along the edge, so it was starting to stick. So I decided to wait till it dried and sand it off. Now I'm just taking some yellow paint and painting the rim. And I did have to give this a couple of coats because yellow paint is so translucent. But there it is, all finished. Now for the last projects. It's kind of a bunch of them. Project 5. So I had these little wood flowers from Dollar Tree. They cost $1 because I've got so much stash. It's ridiculous. I probably wouldn't have to buy stash for at least 5 years. And I'm taking one of those napkins and just putting them all together and patting it on. And I let it dry that way. And I flipped it over and put another design with some lemons on it on the back. And I'm just taking some barbecue skewers and snipping off the end. And I cut them to different lengths so they'll stand in the pot differently. And I thought, oh, okay, we'll just hot glue these on part way up. And I thought, oh, I have so many buttons, I'll put the buttons as the center and I'll mix them up. So I actually ended up doing 4 flowers altogether. And you can see my jar of buttons. And that's only some of the buttons I have. Okay, some of them had a little metal shank on the back, and I just snipped it off with my tin snips. And I'm putting one on the side and one on the other side. And each flower has a different set of buttons. Then I put some foam in. I'm just kind of pushing on it to measure where I need to cut it. And I'm putting a little hot glue on the top and some reindeer moss on top. Just poking it around the sides so it stays in there really well. Just arranging my flowers in there. Lemon flowers in a lemon vase. I love lemons. And not just because they're cute. I love lemons. I could put lemon on just about anything I eat. Okay, and here are these all the way done. They look so cute. Now here's the whole tray. I put a little spoon in the jam jar. That yellow thing behind the fruit disc is my bee gnome. My friend gave him to me last year for my birthday, and so it was time to get him out. And I put some grapes on there and some lemons on there. So it's definitely ready for summer. Now, I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate every time you come and visit me. If you like what I'm doing, like I said, hit subscribe and come visit me next time. Bye for now.